Imagine it's the year 2035. Every office presentation, every email, every school assignment, you guessed it, generated by AI. Most of the hit songs on the radio, AI compositions, Hollywood blockbusters, produced in a matter of days using algorithms. Students? They don't study in the old-fashioned sense anymore, they just learn how to write prompts for their personal AI tutors. Sounds futuristic, maybe cartoonish? But here's the thing, here in 2025 it's already easy to see how that world could become real. So the big question is, as we offload more and more thinking to AI, are we slowly letting our brains get weaker? In other words, is AI making us dumber? Welcome to AI Insight Hub. Let's dive in. Humans have always adapted to technology, but convenience often comes at a cost. Take Google Maps, for example. A 2020 study showed that heavy GPS users had weaker spatial memory compared to people who navigated more manually. Here's the kicker. Most of those people believed they still had a great sense of direction. The data proved otherwise. That's just GPS, not even real AI. If something that simple can erode a skill we've relied on for thousands of years, what happens when AI starts doing our thinking for us? During the pandemic, one US professor noticed something strange. His students' writing suddenly improved, a lot. At first he thought maybe lockdown gave them more time to focus, but the leap was so extreme it felt unnatural. Turns out many of them were using AI. The professor said it wasn't their skills that improved, it was the tools. And here's the danger. Our brains are like muscles. If we don't flex them, they atrophy. Writing, problem-solving, creative thinking, these need constant exercise. AI can boost productivity, yes, but overuse risks leaving us mentally weaker. This isn't just academic paranoia. Alzheimer's researchers remind us that keeping the brain active is one of the best defenses against dementia. Half of people over 85 show Alzheimer's pathology in their brains, but many don't develop symptoms, because they've kept their minds active and resilient. If over-reliance on AI discourages that mental workout, we may be setting ourselves up for long-term decline. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading, outsourcing our thinking to external tools. Think calculators for math, spell check and autocorrect for writing. Those already shifted skills. But AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini take it further. They don't just check our work, they do the work. A recent survey of 600 people found that frequent AI users were less likely to engage in critical thinking. They offloaded problem-solving to AI, and over time their ability to evaluate information independently shrunk. Sounds abstract? Let's go real world. In 2023, Detroit police used an AI facial recognition system to identify a suspect in a robbery. The software matched grainy security footage to an old mugshot. The police trusted it completely and arrested a woman who was 8 months pregnant. She nearly went into labor from the stress. She was innocent. The system was wrong. That's the danger of overtrusting AI. Not just individuals, but institutions are falling into this automation trap. And it's not only about thinking less, it's also about deciding less. Ever notice how you rarely surf the web anymore? Instead, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube's algorithms decide what you watch next. A creator called Technology Connections coined a term for this: algorithmic complacency. We don't even ask, what do I want to watch? The feed decides. And the more we let algorithms curate reality for us, the less we actively shape our own choices. Now add AI assistants into the mix. Students who use ChatGPT in school are now using it in the workplace, sometimes for basic tasks like writing a polite email. Surveys show that over 90% of Gen Z employees use multiple AI tools weekly to get through their jobs. Again, efficiency isn't the enemy, but if we're not careful, convenience chips away at agency. Since the 1990s, the internet gave us the information age. Now, with AI, we've entered what some call the knowledge age, because AI synthesizes information into answers. That sounds good in theory, but here's the catch. A lot of those answers are wrong. Remember when Google rolled out its AI overviews? Early on it told people snakes were mammals. Obama was the first Muslim commander-in-chief, and even that eating one rock a day is healthy. A BBC investigation found that over 50% of AI-generated news summaries had significant errors, and Oxford researchers documented model collapse. When AI systems train on their own outputs, quality degrades fast. By the 9th cycle, content was complete nonsense. Combine that with the fact that around 60% of online content today is AI-generated or translated, and you see the problem. The internet risks becoming an echo chamber of its own mistakes. This isn't the first time humanity feared automation. Back in 1988, teachers protested against calculators in classrooms. They weren't calling for a ban. They just wanted kids to learn math concepts before using shortcuts. That's the right mindset for AI too. It should be a tool that empowers us, not one that robs us of the ability to think. In 1979, when VisiCalc, the first spreadsheet software, came out, accountants literally cried tears of joy. It didn't eliminate their jobs, it elevated them, but only because the people using it still understood the math behind the sheets. AI can be the same, but only if we treat it as a partner, not a crutch. So how do we avoid getting dumber while still reaping the benefits? A few tips. Use AI for efficiency, not replacement. Let it handle repetitive stuff, but do the critical thinking yourself. Question AI outputs. Always ask, does this actually make sense? Keep your mental muscles strong. Read, write, do math, solve puzzles. Don't let AI replace all the mental heavy lifting. Stay in control. Let AI assist, but make sure you remain the decision maker. So, is AI making us dumber? The truth is nuanced. If we hand over all our thinking to algorithms, yes, our mental muscles will shrink. But if we treat AI as a tool, like a calculator or a spreadsheet, it can amplify our potential. At the end of the day, it's about balance. We think, therefore we are, and we shouldn't outsource that. Thanks for watching AI Insight Hub. If you found this episode thought-provoking, hit subscribe, give this video a like, and share your own perspective in the comments. Do you think AI is helping us become smarter, or slowly making us weaker? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and keep thinking for yourself.